Hello, good evening. Welcome to today's session of GEG Ahmedabad and Pune. Today's session of use of AI tools for productivity. This is Dr. Vishal Valia, the leader of GEG Ahmedabad, and joining with me is Ritika Tyagi from Pune. Ritika, over to you.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's session. I'm sure all of us are excited to know what is AI, what are the tools that we can use for increasing our productivity in education as teachers. How can I incorporate AI tools into my classroom, right? So, we are going to learn all about that. But before that, we want to ask you all what do you know about AI? So, feel free to write your name, your city, from where you're joining in the chat box, and let us know all about what you know about AI tools. How much knowledge do you have already about the AI? So, just feel free to post it in the chat box.
Yeah. So AI is a very trending topic and it's very hot topic of discussion going on around the AI, whether AI will take up the jobs of teachers, whether AI will take up jobs of the lawyers. So there are there's a lot of hype is there, and it is something that people are looking into, eyeing into the future. So there are many tools of AI. It's not that only one particular tool. So, Ritika, how many tools of AI actually are you aware of?
Okay, so I know about one tool which is called HoloGo, and I recently came across Chat GPT. So I know it has become quite a quite a rage right now. So everybody is excited about what is Chat GPT. How can I find out information from it? So this is something like which has become really very popular these days, and I feel as teachers, it is something which we can incorporate into our lesson, which can help and make our lives really very easy if we incorporate it really effectively into our teaching.
Brilliant. Yeah. So as what you say, ChatGPT is one of the AI tools that takes text as questions or as prompt, we call it as, and there are many categories that AI works in. Text is one, graphics is another, then video and animation is another. You can have you just type in a text and you can get result as a graphics. It's a different AI tool. You enter a text, you give a script, and it will generate a video. That's another AI tool with of productivity. You give a script and it will give you the output in your desired voice, like voice of Amitabh Bachchan, right, or voice of Tom Hanks, something like that. So this is again a different kind of an AI. So your AI has got multiple applications. And today's mentor, Afzal, I mean, we're just waiting him for to join the session. Afzal has been researching on different AI tools since last 1 year, and we are so excited to learn from him that what AI has to for us in the future. So he'll be getting us through lot different categories of tools. Whether certain tools, there are certain tools which are free. There are certain tools which gives you limited free access. That is, say you have to log in, you have to create a login into it, and it will allow you say 7 outputs a month, something like that. You can ask 7 questions in a month, and it will give you answers, and that will be free. Other questions you ask, but it will not give the answer once your free slots are being utilized. So there are plenty of such things which Afzal is going to share with us, and we're just awaiting Afzal's presence over here. So in the
So I have
meantime,
a
while Afzal is
question.
coming, while
Yeah.
we have the mentor going on, I would wish that those who have joined the chat kindly mention your name, your city, and from which school or institute you are in. So we'll come to know that how many people are joining from India or abroad.
Okay, meanwhile, I have a question to ask, sir. So, is
Yeah.
it necessary that I should be having a proper device, a laptop or a mobile? So, can I use it with any of the device to use AI tools in my classroom?
So far as my knowledge goes, the tools depend upon the AI's features, right? There are certain AI which needs a computer or a laptop or a desktop setting. Not all AI is feasible for the mobile devices, but there are certain AI that provides the app-based interface, and those AI will be utilized using the mobile phone. So I've not tried myself many, but like copy.ai is one such thing that will be available as an application. Mostly the open source AI, open AI sources are there. They are not available on mobile handsets. They would be accessible only through the PC or the desktop setting.
Okay.
We have some questions for the audience. I have my doubt. I have one particular question. I'm just putting up in the chat. Would wish to have the opinion of those who have joined. Uh, does AI will replace the job of a teacher?
And we can see
Just
some interesting answers in the chat box here. So here's a question for all of you. Do you think AI will replace the teachers? It's a controversial topic. Do you really think that teachers are going to be replaced by all these artificial intelligence tools? So
yeah.
we're receiving the answer no. Okay.
So there
So
is a
how
lot of hype against AI. I'm
and
sure
we
those who are into the no category are from the teaching background, and those who would believe that yes, teachers will replace, they would be from the technical background.
agreed.
Yes, most of the teachers, most of the users say it is no. But recently, there was a, newspaper announcement, an article in the news, which was running that the Chat GPI cleared the MBA examination. So, do you think that these AI will disrupt the normal way people will get educated, or normal learning styles?
I would like to quote KK sir over here. He has written in the chat box that it is not Jadoo and AI works on past experience. I love the comment that he has posted that AI works on the past experience. So obviously, it is the human beings who are really putting all the source of information into this AI world, and at the end of the day, it is who we are running it, right?
Yes. So even Philomena ma'am has mentioned it's that will not replace the teacher, but will help teachers to use as a tool. So I think I agree with this. We need to learn this tool, and that is why we are all here today, present to learn this particular different tools for productivity. Here, Ibrahim has also mentioned the same viewpoint.
Also, as the UNESCO has mentioned, sir, that artificial intelligence has the potential to address some of the biggest challenges in the education today, be it innovative teaching, be it learning practices, be it accelerating progress towards sustainable development goals. So we talk about all these things. So I think that AI is something which plays a very important role in covering all these aspects here and helping us out.
So, I mean, Ritika, if see most of the audience over here is mentioning that yes, AI will not replace the teacher, AI will not do this, AI is like this. So, what do you think would be the better use of AI? How should be AI used in a productive way? What would you use AI for?
I would basically use AI to make my job easier. But having said that, at the end of the day, it is who, like we teachers who are teaching. So it is, I'll maybe use it as a teaching aid in my classroom to make my assessment, to make the feedback easy for the students, to save the time basically, and to plan my lessons in a proper way, to see, to get connected with the rest of the like, the global world, to see how the other educators are using AI into their classroom. So these are the things which really, like, it has brought the world closer, I feel. So there, like, all the information is available at your fingertips. So this is something which has really worked out well.
Great, great. So there was one news in the media that in China they developed a bot to read the news that replaces the need for the news anchor. Do you think that these things will replace humans for particular stereotype or particular type of jobs? Like where dictation is required, the bot will dictate. Teacher is no more required. Supervision needs to be done. Somewhere the bot will be there. Teacher will not be required. What do you see?
I do think that yes, the job has become easy now. The machine learning thing is still there, and as we can see, most of the jobs are being replaced by the machine now, by the computers now. But somewhere in the emotional learning aspect, I feel that it is very important to have a teacher in the classroom and not to be replaced by the AI or by the chatbot, because emotional intelligence is something which we people have and AI does not have. That is my opinion. So, I mean, it is a debatable topic, sir.
Yes, it is a debatable topic. I very well agree to you. I think somewhere technology is basically the aim of the technology at the base is to help human life, right? You need AI to chat or indulge with human beings. So maybe in future AI is going to help you to manage the loneliness of a person, someone to talk, someone to share emotional, and on the opposite side there should be someone to respond. Humans are getting busier, so we are using technology to replace human beings to give company to the other. So it is there, and there is another use like the robotics and AI. In combination of robotics and AI, they are planning is to have replace human, and save human lives by replacing humans in warfare, something like that, if at all it happens, and also for acting as a fire saving person. So AI with robotics is going to be the future where human lives, where just imagine we are having loss of so much of human lives in just cleaning the this Booger gutters, the sewage pipelines. We can have AI bots doing it instead of the humans doing that. So somewhere AI is there to help the humans, not to take away their jobs. And as I think Amit sir has mentioned here in the chat, one of the chats is rightly mentioned that AI is not to take human jobs. Basically, is there to support the humans, support the teachers rather.
Yeah.
So
And I think Radha ma'am has also written that AI cannot totally replace teachers. For example, Chat GPT has all the information fed till 2021. So it's human brain that creates all and it can never be replaced. So very rightly said that the information was fed only till 2021. So how about that? And with that note, we have Afzal sir with us, the man that we were waiting for.
yeah.
So Afzal
Hello,
sir,
well, welcome
Hi,
to
sir.
hi.
today's
Hi,
session.
everyone.
You have been highly acclaimed and highly awaited person today, and everybody is waiting for you today. And we
Extremely
were
sorry
just
for that.
yeah, that's fine. So we were just chatting and just discussing certain topics regarding the future of AI and discussing in general whether AI will replace the teachers or not. So I think let us start with what you have to share with the audience. We have got a very diverse audience this time, and people are really waiting to hear from you the research you have been doing in AI. So the
Thank
ball
you,
is
sir.
in your court now.
A very warm welcome to everyone. I know I have been a little bit late, but extremely sorry for that. But today's topic, let's not be late for AI. Let's be on time. That's the intent of today we go gathering here. So, November 2022 is what made us all come back to the hot topic AI, because we started hearing about something called Chat GPT. Till that, AI was something that we all heard of in news, maybe in our classrooms also. Maybe we also took classes for our kids about AI and the topics in AI. But AI made its debut through or into our life in a big way through Chat GPT. But was that the debut? No, never. Never. We had been using Bixby, we had been using Siri, Google Assistant, Alexa, whatever interactive devices that we had around, all were powered by AI, and we were using Google Maps. That was one of the biggest AI implementations ever done. So, what's different with Chat GPT? So uh, that's what we are trying to explain today. So let's dive deep into Chat GPT itself. So, what's artificial intelligence? This is something we all know about. It's a simulation of human intelligence in machines or in computers that are programmed to think, learn, and do like humans. Now, I am putting in this like humans now for the time being because it is evolving at a very fast rate that it is poised to do many things better than us in the very near future. So that was what I believe Varya sir was discussing with Ritika about the chance of the whole world coming down to something we really don't expect. Okay, what is Chat GPT? Chat GPT is something called Large Language Model or LLM. It was developed by OpenAI and it was funded by Microsoft initially. It comes under the classification of unsupervised machine learning. I'm not going to any of these jargons or techniques. That's for you to explore if you are interested. So let's start with Chat GPT. So if you haven't done, try logging in to chat.openai.com. For those who want to know more about how to log in, I have written a blog which you can find uh, here. This is my blog. Here you can see techinteach.com, where I have written a detailed blog on how you can start using ChatGPT. If you are already comfortable, have already logged in, let's go to the next slide and try what is possible. So, what are the basic prompts? Now, what are prompts? This what you see in the screen right now is the welcome screen of ChatGPT. Here, when you log in, you will be welcomed with these options, which are some examples to be run. Let me refresh. Yes, I am human. Currently, yes. Okay, so examples are explain quantum computing in simple terms and all these which you can go into. But let's dive deep. The basics, which is how to write a letter. Okay, so write a letter. This is where you have to type the bottom part. Write a letter to the principal of the Oxford School asking for 5 days leave for a personal function. Mention that Miss Latika will uh, take classes in my absence. Okay, let's see what it does. Dear Principal, I hope this letter finds you in good health and spirits. I am writing to request a leave of absence for 5 days, starting from dash date to dash date, which we can fill in. Okay, so you got your letter ready. You just have to copy it, read through it. If it's happy, if it's okay for you, directly send it, filling up the forms. Okay, otherwise your name will be in brackets. Don't do copy, but don't forget to remove whatever required. Okay, when I gave this prompt, on the left side you can see there is a context or an instance came in. So if I want to add something to the same letter, I can ask it to just do that part only. Okay, so let me ask tell that my mother is not well, and that's the reason for my leave. Add this to the letter. Now I just said add this to the letter, and I told one more line to be added. Now let's see. See, my mother is not well and I need to be with her during this difficult time. So it actually added to the same context. I just mentioned the letter. So it understood that the letter means what I just talked to it previously. So ChatGPT basically is like an assistant. Okay. For you, it's like a personal secretary whom you can ask something to be done and they will be doing it, or it will do it. Now, what all things can be done? It can write a letter or an email. It can rephrase an article. You just have to copy and paste that article and then tell it to rephrase. You can prepare a table. You can ask it to write a speech. You have a content that you have written, copy and paste it and ask it to correct the mistakes, or even you want a child or a student's work to be evaluated, just copy that content, put it into chat gpt and ask it to find out the mistakes. It will exactly point out where the mistakes are, whether it's a spelling mistake or grammatical mistakes. And it can also translate to another language. Now when it comes to translation to another language, the good part with these kinds of tools is it is not translating word by word like what Google Translate does. What it does is it understands, it try to understand the meaning and then rewrites the content in the other language, which is far far better than directly copying that words into the equivalent words in the other language. Okay, let me try one more thing. Let's ask it to write a speech. Good morning, good afternoon, everyone, and warm welcome to all of you gathered here today to celebrate World Environment Day. Now, it adds on to that. Now, I can also mention include some famous personalities quotes. No, I can't give an instruction while it is doing something. So I have to wait. I've just kept it ready. So let it complete its work. Now I am going to give this additional. Let's see what codes are added by it. I don't see anything till now. Okay, here came as the famous environment activist and naturalist John Muir said, the power of imagination makes us infinite. Then came Albert Einstein also. So two quotes were added. Okay. Now let's go a little bit more into it. Write a poem for Hiroshima Day. Let's see what it does. So I'm asking it to be creative. See, it wrote the whole poem. Dr. Varia, have you tried this poem part earlier?
No, I haven't tried the poem part, but I was just thinking, and thought came to mind that if all this thing is carried out by Chat GPT, exactly where do we use it, say for as a productivity in our respective profession? So,
Let's look into that after this. Okay, so that's the next clip.
translate to French. Oh, brilliant!
So you can actually write in Hindi also. But I really doubt the expertise in Hindi, because it may not have been learned or got enough of Hindi to give a much better Hindi output. But it definitely gives a try.
Yeah. So similarly, we have a question in the chat that what is the application part? So how does it help student in
Yes.
learning?
So we will come to that. Let it write for 4 lines, and we will go to the next slide. Akash Segiri. Okay.
So it
Stop.
is taking time for Hindi, as you
Yeah.
said.
Yes. So now for educators, what is there? Okay. It can write a lesson plan. It can generate MCQs or crosswords. I don't know any direct free sources where we can generate a crossword. Uh, do you know anything in that regard? Ask anything and it will create a crossword for you.
No, there is no particular tool
I was
perfectly
actually
as a
amazed
crossword.
by when I first started using it. This crossword thing is what kept me like gazing, and let's go and explore this idea came in. Okay, then you can ask it for uh, framing some questions for early finishers, which are hot questions, or for special education needs students, which are basic questions, or it goes down to the basics and asks very simple questions. Or you can ask ChatGPT to explain quantum computing for a third grader. So that can be done. Let's do something. So here I am going for a new chat. I clicked I clicked here for a new chat, and now let's type.
I just feel that you are just rubbing the Aladdin's lamp.
Explain nano, or let's say quantum computing. It's the easiest one. Quantum computing to my nanny who had used radio a lot. So my nanny actually knows a lot about radios. So how can I explain quantum computing to her? Now, I'm not comparing it with normal computing. I'm asking it to compare it with the radio signals. So quantum computing is type of computing where data is processed using quantum bits or qubits instead of classical bits. Classical bits are binary, meaning they can have only one or two states, qubits and all. Okay, think the second paragraph says, think it like tuning into a radio station. With a classical computer, you can only listen to one station at a time. Just like classical bit can only be on one state, but in quantum computing you can listen to multiple stations at once. Okay, so it is actually comparing and making some relationship with something totally disconnected, which is radio technology. Okay, now make a lesson plan for my fellow colleagues on
There
chat.
are some interesting questions in the chat box. You
Okay,
finish it, we'll take it up.
Yeah, if you could explain or read it, I can.
Yeah. Any AI tool to collect the feedback after any workshop or activity in school?
Let's see. Let's see. I will come to that.
And Anuj has asked, can you give an example of a crossword?
That will also be done. We can try that one also.
Yeah. So I suppose today it's not only about Chat GPT. It's we are having some other tools as well.
Correct. So that's why I'm going very fast. If I want to explain ChatGPT, 2 hours will not be enough. So I'm just introducing you to ChatGPT. It's for you to go ahead and try it out. Then only you will say, "Oh, wow! Okay, this is not wow what you have done right now." Okay, so I'm just keeping the door open. You have to enter it yourself. Now here it actually gave us this lesson plan for my colleagues. Okay, for it means it is for the adults that it wrote this uh, lesson plan for. Now make a feedback form for the session. Dr. Varia, you can use this.
I would definitely love to use it, but it is not in a format of a form to collect. It's
Yeah, you
just
have to
giving you
copy
the
it
text.
and paste it, and you have to make it a form. But it is giving so much, isn't it
Yes, it's
enough?
giving so much.
Okay.
Brilliant, brilliant. Yes.
Also, there's a question: is
Yes.
ChatGPT only available to PC systems or mobile phones as well?
It is currently a web application. That means it is applicable, accessible only through a web browser. Okay, but there are
Okay.
a lot of tools which have added ChatGPT function, because ChatGPT is programmably connectable, which is called
Okay.
API. You can have an API linked to another program which can use ChatGPT,
Okay.
GPT, ChatGPT. So by that way, there are a lot of apps that have come up. There are a lot of extensions that have come up, but
Okay.
officially, this is only a web-based application, and this
Okay.
is perfectly working in a mobile also. So you can also use in mobile. In fact, I use mostly in mobile. Whenever I travel and all, I use ChatGPT. I try ChatGPT while I am sitting idle in a bus or something. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, there's one more question. Is ChatGPT available for free?
Currently, you can read it here if you want. I can just zoom it. It is free research preview. Okay.
Okay.
So they have also announced that soon they are coming up with a paid version. Okay.
Yes, we read about that.
Yeah.
Uh, all right,
And
so there's another question. Pile ma'am is asking, can AI work on video and audio also? Or the answers are always going to be in a text format?
Yes. ChatGPT has only text. So I have some QA screens also, which I will show you. So I have
Okay.
actually answered all these there.
Okay. There's an interesting question. Will it generate content in Gujarati or Sindhi language?
It does. Even it does for Malayalam, which is one of the most difficult languages by Google Translate also. But
Wow.
that doesn't make any sense for me. Like, it was complete useless characters that popped up when it came to Malayalam. But I
Okay.
believe Hindi and Gujarati, Marathi, it will give a better output.
I also tried it for German and French, so I got relevant answers there.
European languages, you don't have to worry, it will be perfect.
Okay.
Okay. So see, it gave you the crossword across and down about ChatGPT. Now it is giving clues as well as the answer keys. So this is how crossword it comes in. It doesn't draw anything. Okay, you have to draw it
Mm.
yourself.
But this is so amazing. Like within few seconds only, we are getting the entire result in front of us.
Okay, so the rest you have to try yourself. Now, this is where that questions came in. Chat GPT will not generate images or charts or diagrams. Okay, it is a text chat like WhatsApp. It doesn't send you any image or video, only chat, text chat. Okay, then there is no official app, mobile app. It is now a web application only. Then there are AI, or these AI tools, whether it's ChatGPT or the tools that we are going to see further, are all in very nascent stage. That is like just born. It can go wrong very, like, very easily. Okay, like you may have already seen, like you can ask 1 plus 1 is equal to, and it will say 2, and then you can say no, 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 it is actually 3, and it may say yes, I was wrong, it is actually 3. Okay, or you can say that my wife says it's 3 and she's always right, and it will say okay, maybe she's right, it is 3. So this is not actually a calculator, it is an AI engine, it is like a brain. So you can actually feed in bad things and it will give you bad outputs. Now the most important thing is, the more you describe it, the better the output. So when you want something out of ChatGPT to be the level that you expect, give it more and more points. Let me go back and do that. Okay, I am switching back to ChatGPT and I am telling it, right now, this is a very hypothetical situation that I am going to do. A love letter to my wife. Okay, hypothetical situation for our 10th anniversary. Okay, thanking her. Add a couplet and make it funny. Also mention about the 3 wonderful kids we have. So I have actually mentioned all the possible things that I think to be added to that letter. Now let's see.
This is hilarious. Amazing.
Meanwhile, there's a question. Can ChatGPT be used for typing questions or assignment on any topic?
Mostly yes, but if you go far ahead with your languages other than English, may not work. Or English or the European languages, which it is good at. Otherwise, you can. I don't think it can make a Hindi questionnaire run. But whether it's even in about Indian freedom fight, I think it can give a very good answer, or make a questionnaire of 10 questions on Indian freedom, sorry, Indian freedom struggle for fifth grade. Now I mentioned fifth grade, sixth grade because the questions has to be in that kind.
Yes, you have to be specific about the keywords, I guess.
Yes.
Meanwhile, there's one other question, Afzal. On clicking the link
Yes.
of OpenAI, it is asking contact number and other details. So, is it
Correct.
safe to give all the info?
It will ask you for your email address, or it will ask you for an email address, or you can use your Google login and login directly, or Microsoft login and login directly. if you are using giving your email address, then an OTP will come into your email, just to make sure you are an authentic person. Okay, you have to copy paste that OTP from your email and back to it. Then it will ask you for a valid phone number, and once you enter the phone number, you will be having two options. One is either or it will ask whether you have WhatsApp in that number. If you say you have WhatsApp, then an OTP will come in the WhatsApp. Or if you say no, I don't have WhatsApp, then an SMS will come to that number. So I believe these are safe, and I believe OpenAI have got enough privacy policy. That's why so many people are jumping into it, and I haven't heard of any privacy related concerns when it comes to ChatGPT. But yes, when you explore other platforms, be sure to use your secondary or tertiary email addresses, and be safe with your personal ID.
Yeah, I very well agree with this, Afzal. And I think the reason why it is asking for contact details like email or contact number is basically because it is developing from the responses that it receives. So at times it also needs to record that these responses is been replied by which person. So it will have its collection of data in its database that will improve its inferences or output.
Maybe.
So there is why it requires the contact number or it requires the personal details. So
Yeah,
I very well agree that you can have a secondary email or a tertiary email that you are not using for banking applications or those kind of applications.
go ahead
And
and use it for
for all
free.
educators present today, all those members, you must have one such email which you can be using for trial for these kind of applications or websites.
Correct, correct.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah. So one thing to understand, it is a
Yes,
free
Afzal, please
preview.
continue.
Okay, that means it can stop, or they can limit you, or it can be down at any time. So when it comes free, then you cannot demand anything. You can use it, but you are at their mercy. Okay. Then there are also a lot of wrong answers also coming up in ChatGPT. So be sure we use our own intelligence above the artificial intelligence to check whether whatever it gave is correct or not. And the another very important thing is, it is not at all updated. Like, although some updates are happening, I don't know whether it can say who won the World Cup this year. Maybe they have updated that part, but I asked it and it said I don't know. Okay, I'm asking it who won. See, it said the tournament took place in the future. That means it is not having, okay, currently the most recent World Cup that took place is 2018 FIFA World Cup. That's where I am saying it is not updated. It is having data till 2020 or maximum 2021. Okay, so that's one thing that has to be kept in mind. Okay, now comes the biggest question. Vishal sir, should we ban it from our schools?
I don't really think it is a threat to the schools or the teachers.
Yeah, basically you can't do it properly, because maybe you can block Chat GPT or OpenAI's websites, but as it is programmably available to anyone, they can add it to any software or application or another website, and still people will be able to access it. So that doesn't make any sense. Now unintended consequences could be there. We have to find out why we want to ban it. Okay, so maybe we are trusting them to write it alone, write it themselves. Then that has to be looked into an innovative manner. If an essay has to be written by a kid, then make sure you give enough boundaries, you set enough boundaries and make sure they don't cross it, or you make it in a way that they use chat gpt and still they have to do some work and understand it, then only they can do the work. So we have to understand the root cause and then fix that instead of banning or blocking all these things. Limit creativity and innovation, because the world is moving towards it, and if your kids are not at all aware, your teachers are not at all aware of it, that is the biggest blunder that we could do. Okay, and it has huge potential, so let's embrace it and define limits and go hand in hand with these new technologies. What do you say, sir?
Yeah, we should be trying new technologies, and I think how to use the technology should be a learning perspective, and using it to the proper aspect is something that as a teachers we would be teaching the students how to use this technology for productivity.
So comes the question: is there a paid version? ChatGPT on February 1st, 2023, in a blog mentioned that they are coming up with something called ChatGPT Plus, which will cost $20 a month. It will have a general access even during peak times. Like now, during peak times, it shows that ChatGPT is currently full, or something like that. So it will still work when there are a lot of people doing with working on it, and it will be having a faster response and priority access for new features and improvements. So, are there any extensions? Yes, a lot. So, you can go to this link if you want, or you can go and search for GPT in Chrome Web Store, and you'll see, I think, 40 or 50 plugins right now, which gives many features. Like some are for you to add ChatGPT feature to your forms, and some are like finding out chat gpt content from text, so something like that. A lot of plugins have come up. Use it very judiciously, because some of these apps may have some side effects, like they may be spying on you, so be sure what you are doing. We are not responsible for anything.
So there is a quick question in the chat box that are there plagiarism checker to check whether a student has directly taken from contents from GPT, Chat GPT?
Yes, that's the next slide. uh, how to detect AI content. Now, the word plagiarism has lost its meaning in my words, because with see what's plagiarism. You, if you copy a content from some website and use it directly, you can say it's plagiarism. But what if you rewrite it? You just read through it and you comprehended and you rewrote it. Now, is there any problem? Can you be sued for that content? I don't know. I don't think so. Now, you can easily do that with ChatGPT. You can copy a content from a very precious white paper and put it onto ChatGPT and ask it to rephrase. Maybe make it in a simple language, and it will do that. And you can paste it into your website. Nobody can question you, because now no plagiarism checker will find it out that it is actually from that white paper. Okay. Now, whether it is AI generated or not, that's the question that we are now seeing. So these are some of the sites which offer such features, but again, these are all speculations. Some techniques, they are not foolproof, and they also can give false alarms. So be sure whatever it says, it may be right, may be wrong, may not be right. Okay, so take it in that sense only. So if you go to GPT 0, okay, you can actually go back, and I think I can copy some content from my page. Okay, I understand. Try it out. Okay, I just copied something from that quantum computing versus radio thing. Okay, I agree with the terms and get results. Now it will say the text is likely to be AI written entirely by AI. Okay, so it found some patterns which actually matches the complexity of the words or the business burstiness score. you can read through it and find out what they are using to find out whether it's AI generated or not. Okay, they are explaining how they are finding it out. Now, in that case, is there a way to uh, fool this AI detector? Okay. Meanwhile, I want to mention one more thing. OpenAI GPT classifier is a tool by OpenAI itself, like the people from Chat GPT's team itself. Okay, they are also giving you a tool where you can paste the same content and click on submit, and it will try to classify and say, okay, I think it needs more content, something like that. Please enter. Okay, control V. Is it enough? Okay, so the classifier considers the text likely AI generated. So this is actually ChatGPT's own AI finder. Okay, now how can we fool, or we can go ahead above this tool? Okay, so these are some of the tools. Dr. Varia only introduced me to Quillbot. Okay,
Yeah, you
so
need
let's
to
take
change the
Quillbot.
slide, I suppose.
Yeah, so let me
Good, yeah.
paste the same content here. Now it has got some limitations, so I am removing the last line. Okay, now I am asking it to paraphrase it. It is paraphrasing. Okay, I can actually go ahead and say in contrast. I can also change a few uh, phrases, usages.
So,
Okay, now I am copying it back. Now let's see what these machines say.
so, yeah, in the meanwhile, the Quillbot is again another tool like ChatGPT, not exactly like ChatGPT, but Quillbot is a tool that will help research in writing research papers. As you can see, the example here, it's basically you have copied it from one area and you paste it in the Quillbot. Quillbot will rephrase it in a way that it is not detectable in the AI as plagiarism. Let us see what the result is.
Okay, so I pasted it into zero GPT zero because I got some error in the other page, so I copied it to GPT zero. Now let's see what it says. The text is most likely human written. Okay, so I won, but there are some sentences with low perplexity. So again, it comes back to the point that there is no point in blocking ChatGPT from our schools or colleges. Okay, so is there any alternatives to ChatGPT? Yes. OpenAI has got its own tool called Playground. The actual tool is actually Playground. Okay, ChatGPT is actually the showroom where they are just exhibiting their features, and it's like an exhibition. Okay, but the original tool is what's called the Playground. You can go there by typing playground.openai.com/playground, and then here you can actually have other engines also, like ChatGPT is powered by something called DaVinci 3 engine. Okay, so you can actually change it to an ADA engine if you want, and you can change the temperature, the maximum length, the a lot of parameters. And if I say who is the prime minister of India, let's see, you have reached your limit. Okay, so they have put some limitations and I have crossed it, obviously.
Also, there's a question: is the Quillbot online assistant, or can it be downloaded and used?
Quillbot can be added as a Chrome extension. I believe they are also having some other tools. Also, there is a Chrome extension. There is, uh, sorry, in Quillbot itself, it says there is grammar checker, plagiarism checker, co-writer. This is what Sir mentioned, Vishal Sir mentioned, co-writer, which is kind of
It's
ChatGPT.
basically, yeah, it's a web tool, so it's not a software that we can download in desktop. It you know, very randomly and it's very quickly updating itself. So it is on internet only which we can use it. It's a web
Yeah.
tool.
So it comes as an Chrome extension as well as a Word extension. Okay, and it has got a paid version also. So if you are interested to use it more, you can go ahead and pay it and use it better.
So I
Okay,
think
getting back to
Grammarly
our
is the
topic.
first thing you started with.
Yes.
Then came the Quillbot.
Correct, correct.
Yeah.
OpenAI is there. Then Chatsonic. Chatsonic. I feel it's an Indian company. Okay, and Jasper is there. Copy AI is there. Notion AI. Now, Notion AI is considered. Some consider Notion AI as even superior to ChatGPT, but I am still in the waiting list. Notion AI, the Notion tool is available for anyone to sign up, but Notion AI has got a waiting list, and I am still in the waiting list. I haven't been able to explore it, but those who used it says it is a super tool. So let's see whether we can take another session on Notion AI. Now, Alexa, Siri, Google Assistant, Cortana, Bixby, all are kind of ChatGPT, and soon to be launched Bloom from Google, then something called Jurassic One, Fair from Meta, Baidu, the Chinese super engine, search engine. They are coming up with something, and cloud is again something that Google has invested a lot. So let's see what happens to these tools. And if you want to rewrite, the best tool is the last one, yourself. That by that you make it plagiarism free. Okay.
Well said.
Yes. Now a lot was talked about text. Now let's go to what is offered in images. So DALI 2 is there. You can, these images that you see here are mostly DALI 2 generated. But today I don't want to discuss more about DALI 2. DALI 2 is actually from sorry, I didn't share that screen. Sorry. DALI 2 is actually from OpenAI itself. Okay, and all these images that you see here are generated using DALI 2, Chat GPT's GPT engine. Okay, now I am looking for something else which is called Mid Journey. Okay, share this tab. So the third topic here, you can write it down and explore it yourself. DALI 2 or Imagine. Imagine is from Google, and then comes Midjourney, Lexica, and I hope many of you are already familiar with this last tool, which is this person does not exist. Any image that comes up when you refresh this are all AI generated images. This is a website, very famous website. Actually, it is there for last 4 5 years now. It is called This Person Does Not Exist. See the clarity in those images. How can you believe that these are actually AI generated?
This is really fascinating, Afzal.
And you can actually use all the any of these photos in your blogs or presentations or your um, YouTube videos as background. Nobody will question you because these are people that does not exist.
So you
Wow.
will not have copyright issues.
Yes,
Yes.
that's what I was thinking.
So let's go
Meanwhile,
to
yeah.
this tool, Mid Journey. We are running out of time. So Midjourney actually comes as a channel inside Discord. Okay, so those who are not familiar with Discord, you may have to learn how to use Discord first. We are running out of time, and I don't think we can go and explore it right now. But yes, uh, this is Midjourney, and once you log into Midjourney or Discord and you add Midjourney channel to it, you can go to any of these rooms which are mentioned as newbies. Okay, so I am having access to three newbie rooms. I'm going there, and I have this prompt here, like the prompt with ChatGPT. But here there are some rules. Here I have to first type slash and imagine. Then
See,
I have to tell it what to do. Okay, a frog sitting on top of an elephant with huge white wings. Now let's see what it comes up. So I gave slash imagine and the whole text. A frog that is sitting on top of an elephant with huge white uh, wings. Now, this is an open channel. That means you can actually see what others in the same room are chatting with the bot and the response that the bot is giving. This is also good to learn how these prompts are written. Like someone has written this prompt to get this image which you can see a lion with a lioness and a small lioness looking at the horizon with the background of an African savanna, sunset, realistic, hyper realistic 8K, and it gave out this image. Now what came for our frog?
so
So
do
here
you think
someone
observe?
asked share designs of good and bad Indian political ads. Okay. Yes, sir. Vishal, sir.
Yeah, so I mean, when you entered it as slash imagine, do you think that this is Linux based engine or something like that? Uses
Maybe they are Linux experts, or they are more used to Linux or that kind of platforms. So they are used to such wordings. But the thing here is you need to understand how to write the right prompt so that you get into the image that you are looking for. So let's see where our image is.
there
Sorry.
is a quick question here. Can we use
Yes.
our own images and modify a few aspects?
Our own images.
Can we
Yes.
use our
Yes.
own? Yes,
Yes.
and modify a few
See this
aspects.
image. If I think that if you scroll through this, there could be a lot of photorealistic images that comes up. Some of them are actually uploaded. Like this image was uploaded by someone. This was an image that was uploaded
Okay,
by someone. Okay. Now, sorry, my presentation share
screen. Yeah.
screen.
Meanwhile, Afzal, there's a question by KK sir. If you can give some
Yes.
insights on chatbot.
Okay. Sorry. Insights
If you
on
can give some insight on chatbot.
that is Chat GPT, right? Or
It's written here, what technique should we use for chatbot?
okay, maybe he is asking about the writing proper prompts for ChatGPT or getting
I
the
think so.
output out of ChatGPT. Yes, if you go through my blog, in which I have explained this how to get started with ChatGPT, go down. You can see a button over here, which is a link to a hub GitHub prompts page. Go there and you can see awesome ChatGPT prompts written by other people, and they got some amazing answers. So these are some of the ways by which you can use ChatGPT. This is the pro or high the expert level of usage, GPT usage. Okay, see, I want you to act as a storyteller. You come up, and the prompt is so big that ChatGPT will be doing exactly what you want.
Yeah, I think the keywords play a very crucial role, and this resource is going to be amazing for the educators.
Okay, coming back to our page. Where is my frog with the elephant? अरे आ जाओ ना. This is the difficulty. I have to scroll through and find whether it came or not.
Since it is open space, so yes, this will happen.
Yes. And sometimes we will not understand whether it's our image or not. It came out of our prompt or not. Yes, here comes. Now the frog has got wings. Okay. Now, if I liked one of them, I can actually ask it to make variations of that. So I like the third one. So I am asking it V3 means variations of the third image. Now let's see what it comes up with. As someone asked, you can upload a photo of yourself and ask this Midjourney to make an image, you standing along with Albert Einstein. It will do that. Or how you looked in your childhood. It will try to do that. Sometimes it
So the
works, sometimes it doesn't.
so the photoshopping
Yeah,
thing has
these
also
are the
become
four
easy.
variations. So I clicked on V4 because I want to upscale the fourth image. Now let's see how it comes up.
So it will not be
So
coming
you
on
can
that
see
particular space.
now there is a limitation. There is a limitation when you are using Midjourney. You can have only up to 25 prompts. Okay, after that you may have to use another email address. And that's the mm, funny part. It will block you after the 25th and ask you to pay for it. The how to circumvent is like when you sign up for Discord, you can add your name, your Gmail address, and use that plus and the number part, and then gmail.com, which will create another email address, and you can sign up with the Discord and still using, and you can just need to change that number. For those who understood, that's a tricky way. For those who didn't understand, ask a Google expert around you who can help you with how that can be done.
So any other tools, Afzal, are we going to discuss, or any kind of
Yes,
another?
yes. Lexica
Let's
is
see.
somewhere
On
a
our time
page.
today. Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. Lexica is a page where if you go, you can see these beautiful images, and you can understand what was the prompt that generated this image. Okay, so you can actually copy that prompt and put it into Midjourney and get some amazing results. So if you are having like how can I write such prompts? Yes, Lexica is the tool that you have to look for. Click on an image, copy this and put it in Midjourney. Something else will pop up, but similarly to this. Okay. Now getting back to our so these, I am not going to explain any of these anymore. So Resemble.ai is an AI engine which tries to learn your own voice. Like it gives you the free edition gives you 25 clips, text which you have to read, and it will be capturing our sound, and then you can type anything and it will read it back in your own sound. Sounds scary, right? So your Google Assistant may work if it's audio enabled, like only to work with your sound. It will work with the sound of this AI. Then Beethoven is a site which generates beats. You can say what kind of beat you want, how to mix. It will mix them, and you will get that beat, which can be used in YouTube videos, and nobody will question you for copyright. Now, Morph AI is another tool which actually morphs your sound. Like if you want that Morgan Freeman's voice, like I want to speak like this, not not like this, the real way. Okay. What you can do is go to Murph AI, select Morgan Freeman and speak like that. Okay.
Great.
Then some more tips for I'm just winding it up. Some
Yeah.
more tips. One is Tom Dog app, which is super tool. Okay, I will just go there and will show you how it works. It's a presentation generation tool. Okay, so for example, this presentation. Okay, let's see whether it works or not. Sometimes it is down because these are all in the free stage. So sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So all these presentations were created by a single sentence. I just asked it to create a presentation explaining profit and loss reports and ledgers to school students. Okay, so it used Chat GPT as well as the DAL-E engine of OpenAI to generate this content with images, but unfortunately, maybe due to my internet connection, the images are not loading. But it is actually a PowerPoint player also, so you can actually use this in the classroom directly. You don't have to copy paste to another slide maker. Images
Uh,
has to be loaded, but something is not working.
Afzal, I have a quick question here. Did you
Yes,
also give
yes.
a prompt to provide the number of slides also, or is it created on its own? Like, can I give a prompt that I need 5 slides on this topic or 10 slides on this topic?
Maybe you can give. I haven't tried it actually, but
Okay.
something that I can tell you is uh, it can create normally 7 to 8 pages, and to add one more page, what you have to do is there is a small option on the on that where you can add a page. I am actually yes, here you can see there is a option where I can click and say mention about the usage of this. Okay, so now it is creating a page and it will add just between these two slides,
Wow, this is really
usage of
nice.
pages. Okay, and you can remove if you don't want yes, the image came for one of them, but for others it didn't come. And these images are also copy left or copy free because it is AI generated for you. Nobody else has got this picture.
Wow.
Very interesting.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so winding it up, uh, enhanced audio is from Adobe. You can upload a voice with a lot of background noise into Adobe's tool, and it will remove them and will make something like a production quality. Let me try it. If it, I don't know whether it works now.
I'm in a conference room with the window open, and it's
This
pretty
is the
echoey
original
in here
voice.
too. Not the best
If you
place to record audio. Yet with enhanced speech, all of the background noise and echo is gone, as if I recorded this in a professional studio. I'm in a conference room with the window open, and it's pretty echoey in here too. Not the best place to record audio. Yet with enhanced speech, all of the background noise and echo is gone, as if I recorded this in a professional studio.
Okay, so you can try that. Even your old audio or videos can be made fresh studio quality by doing this. Okay, then if you are having an NVIDIA graphics card in your computer, you can use this tool, which can make sure you are always having eye contact with the camera. So even if I am reading some book here, this tool will make it look like this instead of me looking at this. So you can go ahead and comfortably read an article written, and people will think that you are looking at the camera and reading it. That's
Brilliant.
NVIDIA
Yes.
knows that.
I really appreciate the research you've been doing, Absar.
Yes.
That's great.
It's
And
fascinating.
it also has got this audio enhancement quality and a lot of features. I just mentioned one of them, which I liked most. And then auto draw, we all know auto draw. We can just scribble anything, and it will make an image
Image.
out of it. And Synthesia, if you are not seen, let's show it. That's the last presentation we are going to have. This is an AI cat.
Hey, I'm Anna, and here's a quick Synthesia product demo. Start by selecting an AI avatar.
Like me.
Or me.
Or me.
Then type in text in over 65 languages.
And choose a narration style or local accent.
When you're ready, add your text, shapes, and other design elements. Choose a font or upload your own. You can
If
also
I'm not
create
wrong,
custom
Synthesia has limitation for the free usage. It will allow you to create one video a month or something like that.
You got the answer, right? But
Yes,
still, if you ask a person to make a video like this, easily 20,000 rupees will be charged.
right.
And again, these are some other top tools like this character AI. I spent a whole evening with character AI. I chose I went into character AI, which is the last tool I mentioned here. Selected Albert Einstein, and I had a real entertaining talk one to one with the virtual Einstein. Whatever I say, it responded back as if I am talking to the real, in the same words that we have read in books, how Einstein used to say. It will respond it back. Like I said, do you remember me? We met in the last Science Congress. And he said, are you so old to be meeting me there? And I said, no, it was yesterday. I came in the time machine. Then he asked more about time machine, and I said something about time machine, and he went to the technology behind time machine. I was just bluffing on that, and it was following it up and was saying, I'm amazed. I wonder if you could bring it to me so that I can learn more about it. Amazing.
Amazing. Great. Great.
Then these are my final words for you. AI is the current buzzword. Okay. Like we had .com boom or cryptocurrency boom and that blockchain boom and all, AI boom is also supposed to be very short lived. The technology we see, or many of these tools that we saw now, are going to die down very soon. They are not going to survive because they all came up with a lot of funding, a lot of hype, a lot of dreams, which may not be realized. So that's where the technology will correct itself. Only the sustainable products will survive, and it will emerge into something that will last longer. We need to wait, but learn and adapt. Okay. And my greatest hope or fear is when quantum computing, which is kind of way star distance or light years ahead of current computing, comes up and meets AI, it is going to be a very uh, different mixture. So that is where AI has to be feared or loved about. So with that, I stop this presentation. I went above the time limit.
Yeah,
Sorry.
we are about the time, but I think everyone is just focused on the session and have been very engrossed with what you have shared with them today, and really a very informative session, very insightful and informative and rewarding session, I must say. So we have this habit of in our school when everything goes well, we appreciate with teen tali ka man. So teen tali ka man for Afzal. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Thanks Afzal for making this session so very interesting and sharing your expertise and research with all of us. And I'm sure we'll be having a lot of further questions that will coming up into the email or into the chat later on. But you have really shared a lot of tools that are worthy of exploration and trial. So I think this is something we got an assignment for 1 month. Like there are so many websites, so many AI tools. We must be keeping on checking one such tool each a day. Even then you have listed so many tools here. So you also shared a way that how we can research in AI from one tool
one
to
one
other tools.
one one handicap that I find with chat gpt is I can't ask chat gpt for the new tools that are coming up because it is having that old data.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I really
Also,
appreciate the research you are doing. Yes, yes, Ritika.
No, I'm just saying that he has nailed it. And just by looking at the tools that you have shared, there were so many ideas that were coming to my mind. And I guess all the audience, those people, those who were present here, they must be thinking about so many things that I can do this particular thing with this particular tool. So it was amazing. And the collection was, we could see that you have put a lot of research and thought into compiling all of this together from the educator's point of view as well. I would just like to tell everyone that we'll be sharing the presentation slides with you so that you get a hands-on to all these tools and you can try it on your own as well. So thank you for staying with us, Afzal. As always, you have nailed it. You were the best, and it's so
Yes.
good to have sessions with you.
Yeah. Thank you very
Thank
much,
you,
Afzal,
thank you.
and thank you all the educators who have joined and remained till the end with us. And we'll be coming up again with one such, another such event, and another such session, which will be very much useful for educators. So stay tuned to with us, and keep following GG Ahmedabad, GG Pune, Afzal, Ritika, Reshma, or me. Right? We just we'll be knowing more about technology. This is what we do in our normal PD sessions. Yeah.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
one and all. And we are, yes, Abdul, would say something?
Thanks, Dr. Vishal and Ritika, for giving this opportunity. And I wish we make most use of ChatGPT and tools that come up and lead ahead from the crowd. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
well
yes.
said. And I can see in the audience that people are really excited about the upcoming sessions. And I can see a comment that they want a session on application of AI in education. So we've got the topic for next session also.
Brilliant, brilliant. Yeah.
Thank you,
So we'll
everyone,
be
for
keeping in
joining.
touch with
Yes.
email and, some kind of post that we'll make it on Twitter and FB. And we'll let you know with the new sessions and this kind of insights.
Dr.
So that's
Varia, you
all
can
for
use
today. Yes, Abdul.
ChatGPT to generate those texts also, our newsletters and everything.
Brilliant,
Yeah.
man. So that's all for today's session. We come to an end. I know it's a long time today that we have invested, but it is worth investing this time, and there's a lot of learning happening in this particular session. So thank you one and all for joining with us, and here we conclude our session. See you then next. Bye.
Bye, everyone.